So as you can see, these stairs they need to be finished. Here and here. Right here. So what I'm going to do is I bought some PVC, a PVC board, and I'm going to fill it in to go right over here, square that off, and also cover this. I don't want this exposed underneath here. You know, you get animals, you get leaves in the winter time and the fall, and it's really annoying. So I want to make sure I cover that, and it'll make it look nicer too. You won't see the exposed wood. So, go right here, go on all of that, cover it down here, and close that off.
First thing we're going to do is build a simple frame out of 2x4s in order to nail the PVC to it. Before we get started, I just wanted to show you guys the PVC sheet that we're going to be working with. I chose PVC because, I mean, this is ultra low maintenance. It's moisture and mold resistant. You know, it won't crack, splinter, split. It's termite resistant. It's actually great for the outdoors. They sell it at Home Depot. This particular one was 4x8, 12 millimeters thick. It's a great investment if you're doing anything like this outside. It also has a nice texture, nice look that I wanted, and it holds up very nice against the weather, against all elements. Really all you have to do is just keep it clean.
Let me show you some of the tools that I used. You know, we have a speed square right there, a level just to keep everything kind of straight, you know, a hammer. Here's the glue that I used. It's actually pretty good from Loctite. It's PL Max Premium. That's an adhesive for anything. It'll, you know, it'll stick to concrete, wood, you know, metal, whatever. And then of course a drill for the screws. And then over here, this is the miter saw that I used to cut all the wood. So here's what it looks like all framed out. It's not really supporting anything, so it's basically just a simple little frame. I used pressure treated wood for down there. You know, I had some spare pieces of regular 2x4s and then some more pressure treated wood. You know, you don't have to go crazy with the framing.
For this piece up against the concrete wall, I just used the PL glue. I didn't want to really drill through the concrete, so the PL glue was perfect for this because it'll keep it there and it'll never move again.
I'll show you the other side. Once again, very simple framing. Just really just to put a place there, just to have, and to you know, nail in the outside, which is basically what we want to do here. Once again, pressure treated wood. Here, you know, at the top, I cut it at an angle to kind of fit in there. And that's pretty much it. So what I'm trying to do here, especially basically measure to the top right here, and then make up the difference of the ledge underneath here. So the goal is to cut this board right here and make it fit underneath the stairs. So what I want to do is get under here and cover all that wood so it'll fit nice and flush once it's done. What I'm going to do is basically mark this here, mark this, and then continue going down. Now each one of these boards is 1 inch thick. So when I make my mark, I'm going to move them, the actual cut line, I'm going to move 1 inch, and that should give me the proper measurements. So this is what it looks like, all drawn out. Once again, the top line was the actual line of the steps, and then the bottom line is accounting for the thickness of each trex. So on the top it's 1 inch, on the side it's a little less. So I made sure to mark it, and make sure that you mark the cut line with something that is a different color, or make sure it's really, really pronounced, because when you have two lines going like this, it could be a little confusing on where to cut. So that'll help you make sure you're cutting exactly where you want to cut. Also, I'm using a jigsaw for this. It's an easier way to cut it. Now, after you make these cuts, just make sure you dry fit everything. Make sure everything kind of fits in there, the seams, under the stairs. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to nail them. I have a porterhouse 6-gallon here. I mean, this is pretty good to do the job with this type of stuff. You know, it's lightweight. I carry it around, to do moldings and things like that. It's absolutely perfect. And what I have is a brad nailer, also from Porterhouse. And then I got these 1 1/4 brad nails. They're galvanized to help with the rust. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure to put the pins on the edges, right along the edges. But the reason I'm doing that is because I will be putting molding around there, and the molding will cover the holes. So this is what it looks like with the panels up. So right now I'm going to be, see right here, it's a little uneven, but it doesn't matter if you have a little gap there. See, I'm going to be putting molding all around just to finish it off. There, the bottom. So as long as you have the molding that's going to cover that, it's okay if it's not perfect. So this is the molding. Once again, the molding is also PVC. This is 1/4 round, and they sell these in different sizes. I got them in 8-foot lengths. This is the PVC. Whoops! This is the PVC corner right here. It's a 90-degree angle, so that'll go right on the corner. And I'm just going to cut them with the miter saw. Just make sure that you measure correctly and cut them up. I cut a few pieces. I didn't glue them yet, but I dry fit them. So you can see the corner right here. Remember, before it wasn't fully cut, exactly perfect, but it'll still work. So I'm kind of just dry fitting all of them right now. Just cutting the molding. And I'm going to continue doing this all the way around. So as I said before, I'm using this PL Max Premium to basically glue these down. And all you need is a little bit. I mean, this is PVC, so it doesn't really need to be, it's not really holding anything, so just enough to keep it in there. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting a little bit on each of the sides. Kind of like so. Make sure it doesn't, go over at all. And then you put it in like so. And you fit it in. Make sure you don't put too much so it doesn't come off on the sides. And you just let it kind of sit there. And it will dry up. And that's what I'm going to do all around, basically. So I finished putting the molding up. And this is kind of how it looks. I didn't go crazy with the molding and cutting too many angles and stuff since it's outside. And it gets covered by your chest. And I got some firewood that I put in there. I'm pretty happy with it. This is a quick and easy fix in case you have a situation under the stairs just like I do. I hope this helps.